Our story began in 1934 when Reverend and Mrs. W.C. Marcus were directed by God to open the Pentecostal Church of God on the corner of 23rd and Annie Baxter in Joplin, Missouri. They found a vacant building, which had been a dance hall upstairs over a barber shop below. The congregation quickly began to grow and expand. In 1965, Paul Dilts became pastor. The old building was in disrepair, and a new one was built. In November of 1974, Pastor Dilts answered a call to the mission field of Guatemala in Central America. Many pastors followed, including Wayman Ming Jr., who was pastor during the 60th anniversary. In 1994, Pastor Ming relocated and in the process birthed Joplin Family Worship Center on East 7th Street. Pastor Dilts returned from the mission field and purchased the vacant building on Annie Baxter and assumed the position of pastor there. Pastor Dan Saunders followed Pastor Dilts, and then in 2010, Josh Pennington was voted in as pastor. That following January, the church voted to change the church name to Christ Point Church. Because of growth and limited space, on December 7, 2014, the church voted to relocate to its current location in Galena, Kansas. Why did God send us to Galena? Because we have a big dream. To have room for future growth, to build a legacy for future generations, and to have a church that reaches the 4 states and beyond. It's not about a building, it's about building people. We have a big dream because we serve a big God. This is a new year, a new decade, with new anticipation. So how are we going to go forward? We must stay faithful to our mission, to develop disciples who love God with all their head, heart, hands, and feet. That's a big mission, but we must continue to be faithful in the small goals and continue to push forward. In time, we will see progress. It's about better before bigger. We need you. Our pastor needs you. The mission of Christ is calling all of us to get on board. Will you join the army? Will you join the fight? Will you join the revolution? Will you join us in building a legacy? Jesus said, "I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Jesus is building his church right here in Galena. Are you ready for 2020?